Hey friends, today I'm going to read a book that's kind of silly. It's called After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. The author's name is Dan Satat. He's also the illustrator. He's made tons of books and he's won a lot of awards. And I like his work quite a bit. After the Fall. Look, there he goes. Right off the back of the wall. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This is my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I love being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. And look what's falling. Binoculars. He was using them to watch the birds. This must be how he gets up there. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Kings County Hospital. And there he is. If you can see, he's all cracked and taped up. Well, most of me. There are some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. Why do you think he's sleeping on the floor? It looks like this is his bed up here, and he's got all these bird drawings because he loves the birds. Maybe he's sleeping on the floor because now he's afraid to climb the ladder and he's afraid to be up high. I might be afraid too. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. Here's another ladder. What do you think some of his favorite things are? Maybe all the cereal on the top, and he's not going to climb up that ladder to get it. He's too scared. I walk past that wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really miss the birds and being high above the city. But I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. So there's the ladder that he used to climb to go sit on top of the wall. And there he is. He's too afraid to try it. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. But then, one day, an idea flew by. Do you see what's flying by? A paper airplane. Gave him an idea. And here's some birds. And there he is with his binoculars. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day after day, I kept trying and trying. So, I don't know about you. I love paper airplanes, but I think they're really hard to make. I can fold them, but then they never fly very well. So, I wonder if his are going to fly. Until I got it just right. Now, that is a fancy airplane. I've never made any quite like that. I wonder if it flies. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. You see the little, I don't know if you can see him, but they're little dots showing you the way he's flying. So he went all the way around doing loop-de-loops and flying and flying and flying and flying. It's pretty amazing. I've never had a paper airplane do that. Unfortunately, accidents happen. Uh-oh, look at his eyes. I wonder what's going to happen. They always do. Look, the airplane's flying right up to the top of the wall. I wonder if he's going to go up there and get it. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about the time I spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb the wall. There he is. There he is. Now he's starting to climb. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. That's kind of what you do when you're afraid of something, right? You just do it a little bit at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. And look, there he is. Saying, ta-da! He's at the top of the wall. I wonder if his airplane's up there. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. And look what's happening. His shell is going crack, crack, crack. What do you think's happening? Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. And look! What do you think he turned into? He turned into a bird, it looks like. And his shell cracked. And look, there he goes. and learned how to fly. He turned into a bird. There are his clothes. His shell cracked open, and he turned into a bird, and he flew away. And then he wasn't afraid of heights anymore. And that's the end. And look, this is a picture of the author illustrator when he was a baby. Let me see where you can see it. It's a little bit of a blur. I hope you like that story. I think it's a good one. It also reminds us that if you're afraid to do something, if you just kind of face your fears and do it a little bit at a time, like maybe you're afraid to swing high on the swings. If you just swing a little lower and you just get higher and higher and higher, you'll get used to it and then you won't be afraid anymore. So that's what he did. He finally went back to the ladder and then, like eggs do, turned into a bird and he flew away. I like that story. I hope you like it. I don't have a way to show you because I'm not that good at it, but if you can, maybe you can make a paper airplane and show me a video of you flying it. All right, happy reading, friends.